India is growing. No one can deny this. It is currently the fifth largest economy in the world and is on the way to becoming the third largest by the end of 2030. The growth of India is not going well with the world. Since these forces are unable to stop it, they have started maligning the country's reputation. Although this is not new for the country, the propaganda against India is becoming big day by day. While IMF is lauding India's success, another international agency said India is at 107 on the Global Hunger Index. Let me give you a little more clarity on it. India is behind Nepal, Sri Lanka and Pakistan in the Global Hunger Index. This may sound ridiculous to some. This is part of an international agenda to malign India's image. Let me fact check this with one piece of proof. India is providing free grains to over 80 crore beneficiaries under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. 80 crore is 2.5 times more than the US population, which is the third largest in the world. How come India is behind Sri Lanka, which begged for an IMF bailout? When Sri Lanka was looking for help, India gave a helping hand. This index says India is behind Sri Lanka. What can we say about Pakistan? Comparing India with Pakistan itself sounds ridiculous. While one goes around the world with a begging bowl, the other is setting up an independent path and is emerging as the next true superpower. Look at this pic. Jeff Bezos' Washington Post has posted an advertisement in its newspaper. It says India's finance minister, Supreme Court judges, Solicitor General, ED director and a few more government officials have been sanctioned by the US government. It says under Modi's rule, India has become a dangerous place for investors. It also said the Modi government has weaponized institutions and is using them to settle scores with business and political rivals. Do you know who published this advertisement? Ramachandra Vishwanathan. Who is he? ED described him as a fugitive economic offender. He is an Indian origin US citizen. ED is investigating him for money laundering in India and is also the prime accused in the Devas scam. The criminal is leading a smear campaign against India through this advertisement when India's finance minister is in the US for an IMF meeting. Going by his logic, if the US can sanction Indian judges, finance minister, ED director and many more, then the US should also impose sanctions on the US president and his cabinet. It should start with the former presidents too. What right did the Bush government have when he invades Iraq? What did America gain after fighting in Afghanistan for 20 years? Who was Obama to wage a war against Syria? American presidents have been waging wars around the world in the name of democracy for years. But in reality, they have been decimating countries and running millions of lives. Yet, no one questions them because it is the superpower. This is, of course, the past. The present is different. The US may be the superpower, but it's on a declining spree. Countries like India are challenging its supremacy. This is the reason the US is waging an indirect war on India. If you ask why indirect, the answer is simple. The US needs India to contain China, which is its current biggest enemy. But at the same time, it doesn't want India to grow big that it can replace the US. That's why it is reviving its relationships with Pakistan and is doing these cheap theatrics against India.
Please subscribe to Nationalist Hub English channel for more interesting videos and don't forget to like and share this video. Nationalist Hub, it's a news revolution.